this is basically a bonus episode where they're gonna meet My Hero Academia, because I kind of want to do it. I got permission from Horikoshi to do it. I'm kidding. If I ever did it, that would be amazing. I tried my best to make the series good. I'm kidding. Whatever, so let's do this. We start off with Christian, Alex. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention their ages. They're actually only 17. They're not. They're like second years, because remember, they're second years at Tokyo High. Not third years. They're second years. They're pretty strong. They're actually they're actually the strongest on the planet. Remember, like they're Christian and Troy are sparring as they're practicing. Oh yeah, and everyone still uses swords. As Christian would still try and do this as they're really clashing. But then they're teleported after an explosion. Now I'll be right back. Okay, we're at it. Chris is here. Okay. How are you?
Bye.
So when this shockwave happens, a portal opens up and sucks the four of them in. They appear in front of a teacher's lounge, like in the middle of a room. There's no kids in there. It's just there's a person with black hair and a scarf and black clothes, a man with yellow hair, a man with flames around him, a man with a boy who looks like he's the same age as them but a lot older, that has wings, a girl with blonde hair and kind of horns, and another girl with all white clothes and has purple hair and has a whip. They go as they land on the ground, as also a mouse rat. As he goes, "What was that?" As Aizawa says, "Who are you?" as he activates his quirk. They get right back up, and Christian goes, Christian says, "Where the hell are we?" Endeavor says, "Answer the question." Christian says, "I don't have to, because I don't know where I am," Adrian says. Troy says, "Where the hell could we be?" Then Akane says, "Well, no idea." Endeavor yells out to answer the question. "Hi, 6 o'clock, right?" "Yep, Caden." "Yep, Caden, I'm just going to do this episode. This episode only goes up to 24 minutes because that's a usual anime episode. That's actually every TV show's episode. So yes, Caden, 6 o'clock. Let's get back into this. So he says, "Watch your tone, boy." Christian says, "What are you going to do about it, old man?" "No 30. Yes, I know, not 6:30, 6 o'clock. I know that, Caden. Now I'm going to get back to this. Christian, then Adrian looks at him saying, "You want to fight, old man? Let's go." Endeavor, Aizawa says, "You can't fight, your quirk's erased." Christian says, "What the hell's a quirk?" Adrian says, "What the hell's a quirk?" As his blue flames flare around him in a tornado. As he goes, "We had the perfect Dobby music. We need Dobby music for this." As when his flames come, Dobby music plays. As he goes, "Da-na-na-na-na." As he goes, "What the? I erased his quirk." Sarah instantly slams her sword into the ground, which creates a time flow, which Adrian can still move in, and so can Troy. And Adrian lands a kick to Endeavor's face, along with a couple of barrages of punches. When the rest of them take out the rest, until they realize that did a lot of damage to them, but the pros are sent back. As time resumes, he goes, "What the hell was that?" Christian says, "Not answering." And Aizawa says, "My quirk's basically useless. These guys don't have quirks." Christian says, "We have swordsman abilities." He says, Who are you now? Christian says, I'll answer. Then they call Shinso in, and he says, and Shinso asks him a question, but when Adrian's about to answer, Sarah stops time and tells him not to answer the question because his power is to mind control by answering a question. As they agree, and he goes, and he didn't respond. Adrian says, put away the mind control. He's shocked that he knows that, as he goes, fine. Adrian says, I'm Adrian Kadoku, this is Sarah Fina, but we call her Sarah. That's Akane Ryuki, and that's Troy Shiozaki. He goes, quirks? Adrian says, we don't have quirks. Adrian says, we have these things called swordsman abilities, as he shows his blue flames. Sarah says, I can stop time. That's why he didn't answer your question. Akane Ryuki says, I can create these energy blasts. Troy says, I can basically mirror and make abilities better. I call it aura manipulation, if you please. As he goes, these kids must be strong. Christian says, Aizawa says that you guys will be attending UA for a couple of days until we can find you guys back to your universe. Christian goes, right. As they head back, then they get on their UA stuff, and then everyone in the hall, which is mostly Class 1A and Class 1B and all kinds of classes, as Bakugo's yelling at Deku for no reason, Todoroki's just chilling, and everyone else is chilling. Principal Nezuo on the mic says, hello students of UA, we have some brand new transfer students. As everyone looks, says, as Sarah walking down the hall says, give me a second, this is the perfect meme. I'm glad this came out. So, while they're walking through, Akane says, actually, Troy walks in the hall saying, Adrian walks through saying, and Sarah says, Adrian says, hi, I'm Adrian Kadoku, this is Akane Ryuki, that's Troy Shiozaki, and this is Sarah Fina. Christian says, Bakugo says, and who the hell are you? Christian pokes his head saying, idiot, he literally just said it. The new students, dumbass. As he pokes him, Adrian says, I'm tired of saying this, I keep on saying Christian. He goes, what did you say? Christian goes, you heard me. As Christian says, okay, Adrian says, whatever. So with this, they get into Class 1A, and as I would explain all this crap of who they are, and they don't explain, and Bakugo says, what's your quirks? Adrian says, we don't have quirks, we have. Bakugo laughs, saying that they're quirkless losers, and Christian puts a sword to his throat, telling him to shut the hell up, before Christian put it a little bit more force in to cut. Okay, I gotta stop this. All he does is say,